Ladies and gentlemen, we got some things to talk about, people. We got some things to talk about. This is Keeping Things Uncomplicated. Yours truly, Mario Cochran. And as you can see, the title says, Tommysotomayor is not the only problem on YouTube. Tommysotomayor is not the only problem on YouTube. And I know what you're thinking right now. How can Tommysotomayor not be the only problem on YouTube? So I'm going to break these things down for you guys. And you let me know what you think in the comments or whatever case may be. So, first of all, I've been watching YouTube for about, let's just say a little over 3 to 4 months now, whatever. And I've kind of seen like all different spectrums in reference to how African Americans should treat one another. Some people are on the left side of the field and some people on the right side of the field. Let's talk about the left wingers. Let's talk about the left side of the house. The left side of the house, they believe that all African American women are bad. They are a hindrance to society. There is nothing that they can do that will make them prominent, great, magnificent, or anything of the sort. Those are your Tommysotomayors. Those are the guys that have been, let's just say, damaged, affected, manipulated, hurt by African American women. So they believe that by them going live on YouTube and basically telling their story, people will, be sympathetic to them, donate to them, and basically grow their platform. This is exactly what has happened. We have grew these platforms. We have let the left wingers basically say that African American women are no good. They're no good. They can't be trusted. They can't be respected. They shouldn't be loved. They shouldn't be basically in our households, in our lives. We shouldn't do business with them. There are no goals when it comes to basically being prominent. I have an issue with that. You're saying that every African American woman has an issue, as if African American men do not have issues. Okay, before I dive into that, let's go to the right wing, the right side of the house. These are the people that believe African American women can do no wrong. They float on water. They are God's gift to earth. They are our queens. They are royalty, and every time they speak, we should listen as men. Here's my issue with that, okay, with the left side and the right side. The left side and the right side. There is no common denominator. There is no way that one side can exist without the other side. And this is what I mean by that. What I mean by that is if you're always telling someone that they are doing great, what happens when someone tells them they're doing wrong? If you're always telling someone that they're doing bad, what happens when they do good? The thing about it is, I think a lot of these platforms that we sit down and we promote, we hit like, we donate, we do all of these great things to kind of say, hey, thanks for your time, thanks for sharing, thanks for all the hard work. But really at the end of the day, what are we doing? What are we promoting? What are we promoting? What are the things that we do? And basically to say, You know what? Are all African American women bad people? Are all African American women good people? Who is brave enough? And this is my challenge to all the African American YouTubers or anyone who has the audacity, okay, the fortitude to sit down and say, you know what? Instead of saying that all African American women are bad, instead of saying that all African American women are amazing, let's start saying the truth. Let's start giving the common denominator and saying, you know what? There are some things that I definitely can appreciate about you as an African American woman, as African American women. But there are some things that we need to discuss for betterment, not only for you, but for me as a man, for us as a race. I think that the Tommysotomayors and the Derrickjaxns, I think that they have a platform that is prominent and a lot of people flock to it. Let's talk about why they flock to it. If you're just tuning in, this is Keeping Things Uncomplicated. Yours truly, Mario Cochran. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please share, please like, please comment, and let's have this intimate conversation. Now, I believe that people flock to these left-wing and right-wing platforms because they are in need. They are in need. They need to hear something that relates to their situation. If you've been stricken by a black woman, if you've been slighted by a black woman, if you've been disrespected, if you've been taken down by a black woman, of course you're gonna listen to Tommysotomayor and you're gonna root every syllable, every verb, every pronoun, every adverb. You're going to root him on. Go, Tommy, go. Right? Then you got your angry mans, your true Siemens, you got all these people that basically say, okay, well, black women this and black women that. And so my question is, if you have not been damaged by a black woman, let's say you've had a strong influence in your life, whether it was an aunt, a grandmother, a cousin, some type of distant relative. You've had a strong, influential black woman in your life. There are some things that Tommysotomayor says that will get up under your skin. There are some things that True Freeman says that will get up under your skin. Some things that Angry Man, Minister Jack, there are some things that's going to get up under your skin because you know it is not true for all. When you validate your argument with all and not some, what you do is you mitigate your reason. You mitigate your foundation to just say, well, it's only prominent because I say so. It's only real because I say so. See, the thing about it is when you talk from experience versus fact, Tommy likes to state a lot of facts. You know, like to give a lot of statistics or whatever. I noticed that Minister Jap, Angry Fan, everybody likes, I guess they research it before they come on and say, oh, 30% of this and 75% of that. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Come on, brothers. The thing about it is this. If you give your personal experiences, you give your personal experiences and you say, you know what? I have a problem with these individual black women because these are the things that they've slighted me with. These are the things that I felt disrespected. Hey, they ran me through the court system. They're robbing me for child support. Right? Hey, you know, they cheated on me when I was at work. Right? They're just loud and obnoxious, the ones that I date. See, the thing about it is when you say all and not some, you validate your point on a negative platform because it's not true. You don't know all women. So therefore, you can't validate your argument based on all. Let's go to the right side of the house. Let's get to the right side of the house. Derrickjaxn. Okay? Derrickjaxn. Now, there's some gentlemen out there. You got your Angel Ramirez. You got your Pharaoh, okay? You got Dr. UmarJohnson. You got these guys that say, you know, women, you know, woo! You know what I'm saying? Black women are powerful, they're strong, they're queens, and they don't do anything wrong. Now, I gotta agree to disagree. Because my thing about it is, how can you be, as a human being that is not perfect? There is no perfect human being. How can you be great all the damn time? Hello? How can you be great all the damn time? It's impossible. So therefore, if you are only preaching how black women should be uplifted on a regular basis, no matter the regard, no matter the circumstances, no matter the outcome, black women should always be uplifted. My thing about it is, as a black man, when do we decide that sitting down and telling the truth is more feasible? When do we decide to get the common denominator? This is my challenge to you guys as YouTubers on a platform that is nationwide, right? Start telling the goddamn truth. Start saying, hey, listen, there are some things that are wrong. There are some things that are right. But give the common denominator, because your video may make the difference. See, here's the thing. If I was to only say that black women, you're the greatest thing ever. You never can do any wrong. Don't let no man tell you this, and don't let no man tell you. And what I do is I re-engage that independence, right? I invoke basically, the sense of self-entitlement. But you got to think about the Black Girls Rock, Black Girl Magic, and all of the other empowering things. You listen to social media or any type of social network that's like empowers women. So when you have men on a platform where thousands of people listen to you, and that's what you advocate for, you don't advocate for, guess what? There are some great men out there. Okay. And granted, you say, hey, you say, oh, well, these are some things that fuck boys do and community dick and all this other stuff. My whole thing about it is, at what point in time do we get to the common denominator? At what point in time do we get to the common denominator? Do we want to be magnificent as a whole race? Do we want to work together and build relationships and move forward and get fathers back into the household and make sure that, we're not being bitter and vindictive towards one another and causes everyone else to look at us? I'm talking about other nationalities and races and say, they can't get it together. My friends, when I look at your videos, I say we can't get it together. If I look at a video and it only bashes African-American women, I think we can't get it together. I look at a video and it only uplifts black women as if they don't do anything wrong. We can't get it together. A friend of mine the other day was telling me, hurt people hurt people. Well, I want to add to that. Not only do hurt people, but hurt people follow people. Hurt people follow people. Who's following you? Who's following you? Minister Jack, Angry Man, True Seaman, Hassan Campbell, Tommysotomayor, Derrickjaxn, Dr. UmarJohnson. Who's following you? Are we challenging ourselves to be better? Are we challenging ourselves with the truth? Not your truth, the truth. Not your truth, the truth. I will debate any one of you guys on your platform or on my platform. Doesn't matter. To tell you why being one-dimensional is a hindrance, all right, and makes us stagnant as an African-American race. A lot of people, they say, oh, I'm a conscious person. I'm woke. How woke are you? Let's see. I don't care if you're a doctor. I don't care if you're a thug released from prison. I don't care if you're a prominent YouTuber. I don't care if you have a PhD or associate's degree, a GED. I don't care what it is. When you decide that you want to voice your opinion, when you decide you want to tell everyone that your way is the right way and everyone should think like you, and is not promoting a common denominator, there should be people rallying against you. There should be people brave enough to stand up and tell you, you are delusional, sir. to think that your way is the only way based on your experience. Based on your experience. Tommysotomayor, there are people that send you information, right? Angry Fan, Minister Jack, all you guys, you get information, right? People send you information, you do your own research, and then you come and you bring forth basically what it is that you see. And, of course, based on your experience. My thing about it is, who are these women you're dating? Who are these women you're dating? Every woman that you date, are they full of shit? Are they backstabbers? Are they cheaters? Are they loud? Do they wear weave? Do they wear makeup? Do they wear eyelashes? Do all the women that you date fit the stereotype of the average African-American woman? Do they like chicken? Do they like watermelon? Do they drink beer? Do they twerk at every damn song? The question is, who are you dating? And then what are their morals and values? We have platforms built on tearing one another down. Platforms built to tear one another down. You have Derrickjaxn's platform that promotes women, but tears men down. You have Tommysotomayor's platform, promotes men, but tears women down. And thousands of people listen to them. Thousands of people applaud their effort. And no one's brave enough to say, well, let's get back to the reality. Let's get back to the reality, brother. You have a platform. What are you doing with it? You're uplifting my sister, but you're tearing down your brother. You uplifting your brother, but you're tearing down your sister. So my thing about it is you have everybody like going at each other, being petty, like these grown men. Oh, well, let me put out something of your mom. Let me put out something of your dad. You're so worried about, other people that you can't focus on what it is that you're doing and the message that you're sending. I've seen some things over the last 3 to 4, almost 6 months from these different YouTubers. Now, here's the thing. In order to make an assessment, okay, because I listen to you guys, right? You have to watch the majority of videos. You have to tune into what's being said that's factual, what's being said that's very opinionated, and then you have to make your assessment based on the data that you receive, based on what you see, right? And I know that certain people they like to play the videos and then pause it, then they say something like real snazzy, and then they go back and then they play it again. So let me break this down so when you pause this video, you can actually get what it is that I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you're only promoting one message, if you're only uplifting one side of a race, okay? One side of a race. That means if you're promoting the female side, you're not promoting the male side, and vice versa. Pause. You understand what I'm saying? The thing about it is we have to be cognizant of what it is that we're doing. We have to be cognizant of the message that we're sending to our African-American brothers and sisters. Listen, we need to unify. We need to work together. We need to be on the same accord. Derrickjaxn, get it together. Tommysotomayor, get it together. Angry Man, Minister Jack, True Freeman, Dr. UmarJohnson. We need to unify our front. How do we do that? How do we do that? We can't do that putting out one-sided information. We can't do that talking about, oh, well, we need to think about slavery too. Let me tell y'all something, man, okay? I would be asinine to tell you that slavery has not affected our society, that racism is not prominent today in our society. But I can tell you that when I say black on black crime, what you guys are doing is black on black annihilation. What time to say? Look it up, nigga. It's annihilation. I'm going to get on here and I'm just going to promote men. I'm going to get on here and I'm just going to promote women. Now, a lot of things where this is where you pause it, right? This is where you pause it. And you say, I just don't promote women and I just don't promote men, right? Here we go. Check this out. If you do not provide a common denominator, then you are providing a one-sided point of view. If your point of view is to uplift one side, one gender over the other, then guess what? You are not building the African American community. If you think you are, then guess what? The money that you're receiving, the residual kickback that you're receiving from YouTube, that's all you're about. That's all you're about. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to take back our African American communities. And you do that by listening to people that are willing to give you the common denominator, that are willing to give you not only the tough love, but realistic points of views, realistic values, realistic opinions. Are some people just throwing out the things that they've been through? Yes. Their experiences. Those make for the best stories, right? But let me ask you something. If I was raised by women, black women, who did me wrong, you know, everything that they taught me was backwards. They didn't tell me or teach me how to, or introduce me to being a man. This is what a man's supposed to do. Open doors, be courteous, be a gentleman. Yes, sir, no, ma'am, etc., 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 right? They never taught me those values. They never instilled in me the fortitude of saying you are a man and this is how a man is supposed to carry themselves based on my viewpoint. Because a woman can give you but so much as a woman to raise a man. However, the principles remain the same. I don't care who you are. The principles remain the same. We have to stop being one-sided. We have to start seeking the common denominator. We have to build and we have to grow and we have to trust what it is that is being said. There are impressionable people out here, ladies and gentlemen. Impressionable people. What message do you really want to send? And what platform are you really trying to build on? We cannot be afraid to challenge people when they say, my way is the right way. If so, we are the biggest downfall. Let me rewind that. We are the biggest downfall to that type of foolery. I'm going to listen to you because I've been so hurt and so damaged that I can't realize that I need to individualize. I'm going to say that again. I can't realize that I need to individualize and not generalize. All black men are not fuckboys. All black men are not community dick. I'm just saying. You have to be smarter and you have to be wiser than your opponent. Now, a lot of people say it's black against white people. It's blacks against Mexicans. It's this against that. Dude, it's black against black. It's black against black. And it's sad. It's sad that you can't sit and watch and listen to a grown man go on YouTube and give you the common denominator to give you a warm and fuzzy. Yo, Derek, sometimes you say some things, man, and I'm like, yo, that's pretty cool. But a weak-minded person would take what you're saying, man, and they would amplify it to a degree that it's not good for black men. I'm telling you right now, brother. Tommy, sometimes you say some things that are statistically right. Statistically right. But all black women ain't bad. There are some phenomenal black women out here. And I guess my thing about it is, it's like, why don't you ever have those phenomenal people on your show to say, this is what I'm talking about, people. This is the example of a black woman that's strong, that's powerful. Now let's get back to the ones that's not. We have been through so much as an African-American race, we have been through so much. Not only have we continuously had to reinvent ourselves, continuously have to evolve, continuously have to seek education, continuously have to build our communities, continuously have to build our interpersonal skills. We had to get over us, and we're still trying to jump through those hurdles to get over us. I'm asking you guys to help us get over us. You tell Tommy, you tell Derrick, you tell Minister Jack, you tell Angry Fan, you tell Angry Man, you tell whoever decides that they want to go live and separate the African American community, I'm willing to debate them. I'm willing to debate them on whatever platform that they want to debate on or whatever case it be. Because if you're only sending a one-sided message, you are separating our community, our African American community. And everything that you do is not for the betterment of the community. Oh, I tell black women they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I never say, you know what? Hey, brothers, know your worth. I tell all black men they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I never tell men or sisters, know your worth. So many one-sided viewpoints, and people are cheering them on and rooting them on. Dude, you're spending more time being petty online, calling people fuckboys and community dick and hoes and BT 100s and all these other names. And it's like, dude, it's so much separation. Shouldn't we expect more from you? Shouldn't we expect more from you? Some people say, well, if you don't want to listen to them, don't hit play. No, hell no. First of all, this is a community forum, right? You decide to put a video up in a public forum, we hit play. Okay, we're going to hit play. You know why we're going to hit play? Because we want to see if you've learned responsibility of your platform. I say that again. We want to see if you've learned the responsibility of your platform. If the president of the United States of America, right, he got up in front of the camera, he or she, let's keep it fair. He or she got up in front of the camera and said, I want all African Americans out of the United States of America. Would that be fair? Would that be impartial? Would he be entitled to his opinion? Or is the responsibility of the platform that he holds, it won't warrant that. That means the American people will not tolerate that. So why are we tolerating you? Giving us this one-sided opinion, this one-sided direction. Keep on, not only have we drawn a line between one another, men and women, black men and women, we putting damn wall up. Like it's to the point where you can't even hardly recognize who that person is. It's time to fight back. It's time to be as great as we say our ancestors was, and we're now here basically reminiscing on our forefathers, saying, you know what, our forefathers, they fought back. They died for this. They hung for this. They fought for our freedoms, our right to vote. And now we right here, and this is like, oh, I don't like you because you got on red bottoms. I don't like you because you drive a Mercedes. I see more you YouTubers tearing each other down publicly than building each other up. And if that's not sad, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. So if you get the intestinal fortitude, you get the courage to reach out to somebody that doesn't have a bigger platform than you. However, obviously, I'm not the only one noticing something, but I'm just one of the ones that's brave enough to tell you. You got to do better. Your one-sided, one-dimensional type of thinking, it's not helping the black community. I don't care how conscious you say you are, how woke you say you are, how many views you get, how many people donate to you. who you think you are as a YouTube celebrity. You are promoting a one-sided, okay, viewpoint. And somebody might say, well, that's their viewpoint. I understand that. I understand that. You're right. I understand that you can have an experience and that can promote a viewpoint. But I also understand a lot of the YouTubers talk about education. Education exposes you to other things, other solutions, right? Other environments, other cultures. So the fact that you say that a black man in Britain versus a black man in America, all black men ain't shit. They all got the same values. No, they got different values. A black woman in Britain, a black woman in America. Oh, they all ain't shit. How is that possible? Everyone has different morals and values. You should be validated or subjected to the values and morals that you believe in and that you stand for, not because of the color of your skin. So all women can't be bitches and hoes. All black men can't be niggas and thugs and fuck boys. But when you go live and you're telling your people in need, because that's what they are, they're people in need and want to hear what you got to say. They want to hear what you got to say. And you sit there and you tell black women that, oh yeah, you need to start checking these black men. Okay, let's dive into that a little bit. I don't mind a strong black woman saying things that they don't agree with when it comes to black men. But if I walk up to a black woman as a black man and they start giving me the 3 steps of what Derrickjaxn said, okay, let's elaborate on that. Okay, so you go 3 to about 7 minutes videos uplifting black men, right? I'm sorry, uplifting black women. And you tell black women how, you know, if the guy can't get it together and if he's not doing such and such and how you shouldn't be wasting your time, how you should be, you know, promoting yourself, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I think all that's great. But my thing about it is, as an African-American male, when do you give your points of reference to, let me talk to my fellas for a second. I should not have to look through 5 videos to find one about African-American men. Right? What you do is you talk about the most obvious stuff. Come on, bro. We one-dimensional, bro, right? You talk about the most obvious stuff that you know for a fact that women are going to rally to. Do you know why these women are going to rally to? See, here's the thing. I made a post on my Facebook page and I said, you know what? I said, if a man comes to you and says that you're beautiful, that's great. But if a man comes to you and say you are intellectual, that's awesome. Now, here's the thing. The thing is that when a person has went through something in life in regards to a faulty relationship, something that they kind of stumbled through and now they're at the end of the road and it's like they're kind of delusional in regards to, I've been hurt, I've been battered, I've been verbally or physically abused. I need something. I need a beacon. I need something where I can say, this is my primary focus. Bam, boom, there you go. You found your way in. You found your niche. Make sure that when you're applying your breakdown or your step-by-step guide to how you get a better man and what you shouldn't tolerate, make sure that while you're empowering one side, make sure you empower the other side. Now back to the Tommies and the people that kind of have the same kind of agenda and promote the same agenda. You can't be one-sided thinking that everything is about wrongdoing. Can you find news on black women fighting? Yes. Can you find news on black women cursing people out and being loud? Yes. Can you find black women who wear weave in their hair that's purple and green and orange and gray? And yes. Can you find black women that take their baby daddies to court and get them for child support? Yes. These things exist. Yes. I would say this. How do you make it better? Angry Man, Minister Jack, Tommy, True Freeman. How do you make it better? Well, I'm just going to report to you stuff that you already know. Why? How are you making it better? Besides getting paid off of it. You need to be challenged, sir. You need to be challenged. Everyone that promotes a one-sided combination of bullshit. I don't care if it's all positive or all negative. If it's all one thing, it's bullshit. Somebody needs to challenge you. Someone needs to step up to the plate and says, why are you not a common denominator and you have a platform that you can be? Are you scared you're going to lose your audience? Are you scared you're going to lose your audience? I think you're scared. I think you're scared to challenge yourself and be actually beneficial to the black community. That's what I think. I think you're scared that you're going to lose your following. Be important for the right reasons, ladies and gentlemen. Be important for the right reasons. Send the message that's going to marinate, okay, and fluster among us as the black community and say, these are the men we should look up to. These are the men we should admire because their message is solid. It's tough love. It's real love. It's authentic. But you're afraid to lose your viewers. You're afraid to say something where both sides are equally empowered. When do we get back to it? When do we get back to it? The other day I seen a video. I think it was True Freeman. He was talking to his son. Apparently his son was locked up or whatever case may be. And I guess he went live in his house and he was smoking in his house, smoking weed in his house. And he decided that because he was the father, the male figure, that he wanted to talk to his son, basically talk down on his son. Okay. Let me hit this for y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, when you talk to your children, all right, it should never be in such a demeaning way that you break them down or you rip them up inside. Correcting your kids should be a growth process. That means if they do something that you told them or you asked them not to do and they do it, it should be an understanding of, okay, let's talk about what's wrong. Now, if you decide that you want to whoop them or whatever, okay, well, you give them a couple whacks or whatever, you know, and you let them know, okay, I'm very serious about, you know what I'm saying, what has happened. And this is why. Explain the why. Yelling and screaming only amounts to a lack of knowledge. That means in order for you to get your point across, there are no better words to articulate than you stupid ass motherfucker. You know what you did was, I'm very disappointed with what you did. And you know, I would appreciate it if you don't do it again. Now, some people would say, well, if you say that curse word, it drives it home, right? But what if you do it live so everybody can see it? Total strangers who don't know who you are. Total strangers who don't care whether you live or die. So that's where I challenge you at, brother. You're disrespecting your son for views. You're disrespecting your son for comments so other people can come in and say, that's not how you talk to your son. That's not how you deal with an issue. We only can articulate when it comes to talking about the white man. Oh, well, we need to be confident and mature about this situation. But when it comes to talking to us, you motherfucker, I tell you what, I shoot your whole goddamn family up. What the? Calm down, bro. Calm down. Does education disappear when we start talking to each other? Are we not allowed to be articulate? Are we not allowed to create words and use words in such a manner that we understand the significance of it? We are so busy not only fighting each other, but downplaying each other. We are downplaying each other to the fullest extreme. I said something on my Facebook page the other day. I said, you know what? I would get 30 to 50 likes on some negative stuff. If I post some negative stuff, right? 30 to 50 likes, maybe more, right? I'm lowballing it. But maybe 10 to 15 if I post something positive. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why do we thrive on anything that's agitating, anything that's obtuse, or anything that creates some type of controversy? We like it, share it, share it. I'm gonna give you another point. Had a friend of mine, he went to audition at a little radio station or whatever. Kind of know him. I know him like away from the rap, you know. He was kind of rapping or whatever, doing a little cypher or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. I felt like he was the best one. I felt like he was really doing his thing. So what I did was I hit, you know what I'm saying, I hit like and I said, yo, bro, that was fire. So one of the females, well, you need to get off his ball sack. And I had to reply, and I replied in a tactful manner. And I said, you know what? I said, I don't think you know who you're talking to. Be blessed. And here's the thing about that, because it was about 30 people who also kind of liked it or whatever, so they seen that or whatever. What I did was I set the tone for how that conversation was going to be played out. I could have said a whole lot of stuff. Motherfucker, you don't know me. I'll come and bust your guy out. It shows what type of level you on based on the conversation that you're having. You got to practice what you preach. And if what you're doing is to promote unity and togetherness and everyone on the same accord, then your message should say that. Your actions should that transmit around your message should feel like that. I'm telling you that your message is not the common denominator. I'm telling you that your message is one-sided. I'm telling you, stop getting paid off of African-American people based on nonsense and foolery. You're tricking the American people. You are tricking the American people. Take it for what it's worth, but start promoting the common denominator. This is Keeping Things Uncomplicated. Yours truly, Mario Cochran. Again, the debate, anytime you want, anywhere you want, is open to all. Peace. Be blessed.